What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I figured I would do a currently inked for October 2024. We did one in September, so here is October. I should say that you can find most of this in the description below. There will be links to it. Actually, a lot of it's going to be at Atlas Pens, and so you will be able to go there and use Dylan10 to get 10% off most of the stuff that you see here. Including the Galen leather folio that I use, the Hobonichi notepad that I use, and then we'll go through all of these pens and I'll show you what we've got and the inks in them. Typically what I do is I've got this little notepad that has all of my pens with the inks in them so we can keep track. So yeah, let's dive in. All right. First things first, this is my Carolina Pen Company Charleston. Got this at a pen show not too long ago, and this is a pretty cool pen. This is a Jonathan Brooks, obviously. Carolina Pen Co. And this is the Charleston. I really like this pen. It is nice and light. It's a cartridge converter. It's kind of fat, but it feels nice in the hand. It's got a Yovo. I think this is a fine nib in this particular pen. The color that we have in here just looks like a dark blue, but this is actually Waringal Phantom of the Opera. And the cool thing about this color that you may not be able to pick up on camera is that it has some red sheen in it. Not overly much, like Polar Glow or something, but it has just a little bit in it, and it looks really nice. It's a nice blue. It's easy to write with. It's easy on the pen. It does not jam up. You don't have any issues with it. And it's just an easy pen to write with. Matches the pen, obviously. Got that nice blue and chatoyant red going on in there, which is pretty sweet. I love this pen. This is kind of like a general note-taking pen for me, especially if I need something a little finer point, because some of the other nibs that you'll see here are a little bit broader. So there you go. There is my Carolina Pen Company Charleston. All right, the next pen we've got to do a little bit of tossing because this has got a shimmer ink in it. This is my Franklin Christoph. And this is the Model 31. And this is a fine sig nib, and that stands for stub italic gradient. So it's basically a finer nib that has been ground off kind of flat on the end. So it's sort of a stub, but not really, because it actually has tipping still. This is a really cool pen. It's like an antiqued crushed glass looking acrylic, if you'll see there. And then the end finials have these like kind of pearlescent and marbled, it's the same color as this here, like this pearlescent marbled blue. Really, really, really cool. Really cool color. And in this pen we have, it's Diamine. And this is Moonbeam. And so what I like about this is if you get a little bit of that silver, but you also get a little bit of that blue. This has a lot of shimmer in it. See if I can lay some ink down here. This is a finer nib, so I'll lay some ink down here and maybe I'll be able to show you guys in B-roll what this color looks like. It's really, really cool. Gives you some nice shimmer. And this pen is so smooth and so nice. Now, most of the time I will actually eyedrop this pen, but you'll see I put the converter in it for this one. I don't typically do that. I actually like eyedropping my Franklin Christophs, but maybe it was just convenience. I don't really know why I decided to this time, but this pen's pretty big. You know, it's a pretty big pen. When you post it, it gets massively long, so I don't typically post this one. But if you don't have a Franklin Christoph in your collection yet, I definitely recommend it. This is one that I don't have a link for, but I'm just telling you anyway, you should get a Franklin Christoph. These are really stinking cool. And this ink is awesome. All right, next, this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I love Sailor pens, and this was my first Sailor. This is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Now this, I don't think it's available anymore, but it was a Gold Spot exclusive, and it's called I think it was called the Cobra. So it's like the colors of a Shelby Cobra, which is pretty cool. This is a medium fine nib, which is my favorite Sailor nib. And this has Sailor, what is the name of this stuff? Manyo Kikyu. You will see, if you go to the Atlas website and you look at all of Manyo Kikyu, you go to all of the ink samples, you'll see that I really like sheening inks. Shimmer's cool, but it jams up pens more, and I really like sheening inks. And so this is a sheener, this is a sheener, and there's probably going to be more sheeners in here as well. This pen's very small, okay? So it's not like a pocket pen. We're going to get to a pocket pen here in a minute. It's not very small. It's not small. It's still, you know, basically a full-size pen when you post it. This is one that I kind of just really like to post when I write with it, because it's kind of the perfect size, but it's not huge. It's very slim. I guess that's what they call it, the Pro Gear Slim. Still has a gold nib. It's a really pretty combination. And even though I don't think you can get this combination of Pro Gear Slim anymore, you should definitely go and try to get one of these. They have, at the time of making this video, I think that some of them are actually on sale, and they never go on sale. So check the link in the description. These are really good pens. Gold nib, not exceedingly expensive. Unless you get some of the special edition ones. They are not cheap, but they are not exceedingly expensive. And to me, Sailor is like one of the standards by which all other fountain pens, you know, are measured. So very cool. Let's throw a pocket pen in there. This is actually a new pen. This is just came out recently. This is the Kaweco Lilyput, and this is I forget what color it is, but it's blue. And if you're not familiar with the Kaweco Lilyput, it's a small pen. The back of the body is threaded, okay? This thread's on here, and then it kind of just gives you a nice size, small pen to write with when you post it. You kind of have to post it. If you don't, it kind of sits in your hand. I suppose you could do it if you're going to, you know, write something super quick, but this has got a... the other thing about this is these only take cartridges. And so I have, it's kind of loose in there. I have a cartridge that I've refilled. And in this cartridge, I'll tell you what, let's just get caught up. This is a Kaweco Lilyput. This is a broad nib. And this is the Waringal Sign of 4. This color is so cool. It's almost one of those, no matter which way you look at it, it's gonna give you a different color depending. It's almost chameleon-like. There's purple in there, there's gray in there, there's a little green in there, there's some silver in there. I don't know. Like if you look at it every kind of which way, you just get a different kind of feel for it. It is such a cool color. Again, it's hard to translate that on a video like this. But if you go to the website I got this ink at Atlas Pens too. If you go there and look at the color swatches, you'll see it's just really, really cool. This is a neat pen. I like it. It's small, something that you can just throw in your purse or in the corner of your wallet, or in your center console or somewhere, and just have a small pen with you. I have never had a Kaweco with a broad nib before. So I was like, let me try that. So I put a broad nib in this when I bought it. I ordered it with a broad nib, and I really like it. It's kind of fun. Let's do another Kaweco. This is the Kaweco All Sport. I love this thing. This is the Kaweco All Sport. This is a fine nib. This is the wearing goal. What is this called? Why can I never remember this when I'm sitting here doing this? Hound of the Baskervilles. This is a really interesting color. It's red, obviously, to match the pen, but it has some gold sheen in it. Not gold, green. It has some green sheen in it. It's very, very cool, depending on the nib, depending on how it lays down on the paper, depending on the paper. I love this pen. I have some regular plastic Kaweco Sports, but I have to say, the aluminum one is where it's at for me. Leslie actually doesn't like the aluminum ones because she doesn't like the noise. She doesn't like that scrapey noise when you open and close it. So she likes the plastic one, but I like the cool feel of the aluminum. I think that's what does it for me. It's just something about that. It's just something about that feel. And the nib in this pen is really, 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 really good. Yeah, really. Speaking of aluminum, we have here a Diplomat Arrow. The best part about a Diplomat Arrow, besides the fact that it's so cool, is the click. Yeah. All right. So the Diplomat Arrow, to me, is on the to-do list for most folks. Diplomat Arrow. This is a fine nib. This is the first kind of medium or high-ish end pen that I ever bought. They have Yovo nibs in them, but they're made for Diplomat. They write very, very smoothly. I wouldn't even I would recommend not even buying the one with a gold nib because these nibs are so good. Whatever they do is really, really good. The ink that's in this is the Endless Drops of Mars. Just a good red ink. It's not so bright that it's like a teacher checking your paper, but it's got some nice feel to it. I like red inks. I like writing with them. I don't know why. I don't have any green in a pen right now, which is sort of weird. But yeah, so sometimes I go super bright for a month, and sometimes I go a little more subdued like we did this month. But this pen right here, I haven't had this inked up in a few months, and I thought, that sound, that feel, that orange, wow. What a cool pen. So there you go. My Charleston by Carolina Pen Company, my Sailor Pro Gear Slim, Diplomat Arrow, Kaweco Sport, Franklin Christoph Model 31, and a Kaweco Lilyput. I will leave links to all of this stuff in the description of this video so you can go and check it all out. Like I said, the paper is down there, the binder is down there, the other paper, this is actually Marmon Nemosiny paper. All of that stuff will be down there, and if you use those links, it does help out the channel. I do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you in the next video.